So good evening, my friends. I hope this is going to be a short video, although it could lend itself to mushrooming into a terribly long disaster. And the subject tonight is quality control in diecast. You know, you guys all watch my videos, and I watch yours, and some of the newer channels, not brand new, but newer, some of my newer friends, like Rick and Whole Lotta Zep, um, have expressed concern for quality control. And I remember, so, as an example, so Rick had sent me this beautiful Aston Martin DBR1 from Shelby Collectibles, and it's missing a headlight. And so he watched me unbox this on video, and he's like, "Oh no, Joe, I'm gonna make that right." And I said, "Rick, don't worry, it happens in diecast. It's not a deal breaker." But of course, he was very generous and got a replacement. And Shelby Collectibles is one of the brands I only have a few models from, 5 or 6, but I'd never had a quality control issue with. So it was funny that it might have been the same video, or it was definitely the same week. Rick had sent me this, and I had ordered this Terlingua Mustang, and you can see that it's crunched. The whole body is sort of bent, and it looks like it's chopped. It's not. It's just so I contacted the seller on eBay, and he sent me a new one free. I have not opened those two yet. So this is going to be sort of a question and answer. No, we're not question. I'm going to ask you a question, and I'd like you in the comments below answer of the various diecast brands that you have bought. Which ones have you had quality control issues with? So I'm going to start off with, surprisingly, these two wonderful Shelby Collectibles. My very first two M2s. And this one is why I always say I prefer M2s without opening parts, is because the doors don't shut properly, or the hoods don't close all the way. And you can, this is not terrible. This was worse. But with an M2, at least you can unscrew the car apart and try and make some adjustments. And there's a channel, Miggs Models, and he's done videos, and he's shown how he's fixed or customized M2s. And so these two M2s, the Cougar and this Dodge Charger SE, I bought secondhand on eBay, but they were screwed to the bases in their packaging, but they had been opened and repackaged. And both of them have door and hood alignment issues, and I have tried taking them apart and wiggling them and everything. So M2 was the first brand that I had some quality control issues. The very first car I bought from Greenlight, this Mercury Colony Park, I took it out of the package and the rear bumper fell off. So, some of them are easy. The M2s you can try and adjust. If a plastic piece falls off like this, if it's in the package, you can just glue it back on. A little bit of crazy glue, Gorilla Glue, whatever. And so that's what I did with this one. This New York City Parks Department Explorer, much like that Aston Martin, I took it out of the package, and it's missing a taillight. So, when it sits on the shelf, it sits that way. I don't sit it this way. And these are all, for the most part, minor little complaints. This King of Crunch Chevy S10, I opened up on video over a month ago. And when I did, I was like, wow, this is nice. And I held it by the body like this, and the whole suspension, front and rear axle, drooped because the plastic, the leaf springs, had just snapped in the package. In fact, you can still see that piece is missing right there. So I was able to glue that back, but then when I did, these rear tires no longer move. That's okay. I'm not a kid. I don't play with them, and it's going to sit in a display with my other Kings of Crunch models. And and probably what I should do is put it up on top of this Mustang to explain why the Mustang is crunched. So I've shown a few examples from different brands. I'm actually going to show one. So this beautiful Greenlight Hot Pursuit 74 Ford Torino, it's a green machine, San Francisco Police Department, which is a very generous gift from diecast. Hot Pursuit Series 25. Like I said, a green machine. San Francisco, copyright 2017. There's the series. We're going to take this out, but I mean, I was looking through the package, and you can sort of see the bumper is, you can see the holes where it should be glued in. And so, as I said, some flaws are a nuisance and can easily be fixed. That yellow Mustang, not so much. So let's take this out. And I pre-cut it. And so now, let's very carefully I already know the bumper is going to come off. I just don't want to lose the lights on top too. And I'm hoping the bumper is easily fixable. I'm sure it is. But so there, the bumper has fallen off. And it's probably just weak glue or damage in shipping. So the two posts are there on the bumper. The bumper looks in okay shape. So that should be able to be glued back on. And this is why sometimes we just have to take it with a little grain of salt. I mean, this was, like I said, very generous gift. This is a very special car. A little glue will fix this up. So, no real disappointment, no problem. And this is a casting I had my eyes on. They have several, and they have the Ranchero version of this. And I actually have a couple of Torinos of this era from Johnny Lightning. So, let me just... And especially Greenlight Hot Pursuit and any police car casting, you have to be very careful of the sirens and lights. It's so easy to knock them off. So this is a really nice casting. There's the engine in blue. The green steely wheels, poverty caps, a green base. So the headlights are painted plastic glued on. You can see they're a little off kilter. And the taillights look very nice. So this is, this is absolutely fantastic. And tomorrow I will just put a dab of glue there and there and let that set up. And that'll be, good as new. But it's kind of funny, the brands that I've never had quality controls is, I was going to say Matchbox, but here's another thing. With Matchbox and Hot Wheels, an error is a collectible thing because they make so many cars and they make so few errors. If something doesn't have tampos and it's a clean, wow, that's an error. If it has, recently had a Matchbox wheel error on the Porsche 914. So I don't consider myself a serious collector of any brand. So that had no value. So I sent that off to a friend who is, a more serious collector of different brands and stuff. I sent that to go live, with that friend, who will appreciate it more. And, I mean, to me, it's, it's a really cool Porsche. I have a non-era version of that. So, again, my question is, what brands have you had quality control issues, and what brands have you not? I personally have never had a problem with an Auto World, but I know even Diecastrum and a whole lot of Zepp have mentioned minor issues with Auto World. I personally have never had a problem with Mini GT. I personally have never had a problem with Majorette, although I don't have a ton of Majorette. I have not run into any problems with quality control with Norev or Shuko, Welly, RMZ City, Johnny Lightning. But I have Hot Wheels, Matchbox, which was a surprise, Greenlight, M2, and Shelby Collectibles. And most of the quality control issues can be fixed, especially if it's just the one thing I don't even really consider a quality control would be if the tires are a little wonky on the wheels and you have to sort of adjust them. I've seen many people do that, on the car during the video. They're like, oh, that white wall isn't perfectly straight. I'll just or it may be kiltered on the tire, but the tire on the wheel, and you can just press it on. That's fine. And added plastic pieces that fall off can usually be glued back on, like this bumper. So I'm interested down below in comments. List what brands you've had quality control issues, and then I've spoken about this before, but not in a long time. So if you contact the manufacturer, in this case Greenlight, they will literally laugh at you. They will not replace the car. They will, because provenance, because they sell them to dealers and shipped and so forth. But if you contact your diecast dealer or eBay seller, they have a reputation. So if you look back on the video, so I believe this was, I'm pretty sure, 95% sure this was Super Mini Wheels. And when I contacted them and I said, listen, I hate to complain, but this car is damaged. And they said, can you send pictures of it? I said, most certainly. And I sent them pictures, and I think I sent them a link to the video where I opened it up on YouTube. And I said, do you want me to send the car back? And they're like, nope, we're going to send you the new car. And I said, well, what do you want me to do with the old one? And they said, we don't care. We just want to make sure that the customer's happy. And I've made 20 orders from Super Mini Wheels, and I will make more orders from them. So my personal advice to you is never contact the manufacturer. Greenlight, I contacted on Facebook, and the person who was the moderator, whatever, administrator for their Facebook page on that given weekend was a jerk. Outright, just absolute jerk. So, yeah, I did make a video. What is today? I did make a video yesterday. This has been a very busy week at work. I worked a 12-hour day yesterday, and then when you add on commuting time, that's 14 hours. So I had no real time to make a video. And the rest of this week is going to be kind of crazy, so I just don't know. But you guys have always been very good to me. If I miss a couple of days, it's not a big deal. I really should try and step back from that precipice of trying to make a video every day. For peg hunters and people that order online alike, I'm sure you're seeing the impact. I got an email from One Stop Diecast the other day warning about delays in deliveries and increases in shipping and increases in the prices. And I had actually seen Champion DJ K talk about this the other day. And because of the continuing global crisis um, with COVID and other long-standing issues, we're going to see. We've all been complaining that, well, Walmart, Target, whatever, the pegs have been empty. My personal Walmart has been mostly empty for over 2 months. Um, and even the Targets near me are thinning out, and it's a lot of stuff that's just been sitting there. So, you know, um, I think we're all going to see a slowdown, and I think we all just need to be patient. There's not much we can do. So now I've run into 15 minutes. So like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Thank you for watching. As I said, if you could respond with which brands you've experienced quality control issues, broken, missing parts, etc., door alignment, whatever it may be, I want to hear about it in the comments down below. So, hey, thank you. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.